various polls showed that more than 90% of Kenyans rejected the finance bill. This kind of dictatorship is new. This budget is selfishly tailored to ensure Ruto and his cronies are living large and they eat well, where a majority are suffering. They are getting subsidies to import cooking oil, maize, sugar, rice, among others, as we saw in the media expose recently. And this is all at the expense of vulnerable Kenyans. In this finance bill, the regime's corruption is properly budgeted for. Money for the regime's cronies is hidden in the provisions like fertilizer subsidy, national agricultural and rural inclusivity, national agricultural value chain development, Kenya serious enhancement, whatever that means, emergency locust response, and small-scale irrigation and value addition, among others. What we are saying is that if these provisions are genuine, agriculture being a devolved function, these monies would be devolved to the county, but not left at the center with lofty-sounding words just to be siphoned by the corruption cartels. Where there has been inflation, we must now prepare for hyperinflation. With the new raft of taxes approved yesterday, especially the fuel tax, we must prepare that even the little that remained of our monies will simply vanish. To our MPs who fought gallantly for the people in these times of difficulty, we salute you and we celebrate you. We believe Kenyans do too. We celebrate the fact that whereas the regime had said not even a comma would be removed from the bill, our MPs, while pushing for the millions of Kenyans, were able to force the regime to accept not one, not two, but several amendments. Sadly, those amendments did not include the dreaded double taxation, double rise in taxation of fuel, which is going to have a ripple effect on the cost of living. The amendments managed by our gallant MPs were not enough to guarantee the kind of life Kenyans desire. To the MPs who knowingly supported a bill overwhelmingly rejected by Kenyans, we say to you that the jury is out. Your day of reckoning will come. The writing is on the wall for this regime, and as the Bible tells us, and if I were to quote a certain member of this illegitimate regime, it is as the Bible says, Mene, Tekel. We have decided to invite Kenyans to a consultation at the Kumekucha grounds next Tuesday, the 27th of June at 10 a.m., where the next course of action will be decided. Whenever, as a people, we have come together, we have always found a solution, even to our worst problems. This time will be no different. We believe that in the end, it is the people's voices that will prevail. The only time we have suffered longer than we should is only when we have allowed dictators to rule longer than they should. And it is only when divide and rule succeeds. We must not let that to happen. The people can never be helpless in their own country against rogue leadership. Not in a democracy like ours, and not in the dictatorship they are trying to create. We want to remind Kenyans, our constitution, in the very first article, gives sovereignty to the people, which the people, even when they donate it to parliament, to the executive, or to any other organ, the people still retain the residual sovereignty, which we are asking people, let us come together